there, Kira here with another scrapbook layout process video for the Citrus Twist design team. And today I am going to be doing a layout. It's going to be kind of like a grid layout, I guess, but I'm going to be using these free cut files. And these are available at the Citrus Twist Facebook page, fan page. And I just cut them out. They're about 9 by 2 1/4, and I just printed these photos, these 3 photos. One is of me and my husband, one's of a palm tree, and one's of my son Jonathan. And we're just down by the river on Sunday, which is where we go every Sunday for a little walk. I say little, we walk like 3 miles. Anyways, I'm using all the ephemera that you see right here. This is all from the Pocket Life kit. And guys, there's so much ephemera and it is so stinking cute. I don't know why I wasn't subscribing to the Pocket Life kit before, because there's so much more that you get in the Pocket Life kit. Even if you don't like do pocket page scrapbooking, I think it's well worth it to get this kit. Seriously, you should do it. You should get it. So I've got pretty much everything pulled out. But I knew I kind of wanted like this grid design. I knew I wanted to use some of these banners. These are from the Pink Fresh Studio Boys Fort collection, and I got these banners in the main kit, but I haven't used them on any layouts yet because I haven't really I haven't really been able to or had a good idea to use them, but I was determined this layout to use them. I was going to use these banners, and so I used 3 of them. And I used the cork clouds, which I was really wanting to hoard, but I used those, and I used all 3 because they're so stinking cute. And I'm just kind of layering up all these little photo strips just with different pieces of ephemera, and I want to make sure that I have all the colors kind of represented everywhere, and all the different textures and everything in different spots. And so yeah, I'm just kind of moving everything around, fussing with it. And I know there's going to be some of you watching this going, she's scrapbooked this photo of her and her husband like 12 times. And you would be correct, because it is my favorite photo of me and my husband. We both look so good in it. I mean, I've scrapbooked different versions of this photo, but it's basically all the same photo, because I had I think we took about 7 selfies, because you don't really know which one's going to turn out to be the best one. And so I've scrapbooked multiple of these photos. But I'm pretty sure I've scrapbooked this photo at least 2 or 3 times, just because I really like it. So I'm pulled out these wood buttons, and these are also from the Pink Fresh Studio Boys Fort collection. And this was in the Embellishments kit this month, and they're super cute. So I used one that said us, I believe, and another one that says yes. I really tried to use a couple of these phrase stickers, and I pulled one off and tried to make it work, and it just, I don't know, it just wasn't working. A lot of them were just too long. I needed them to be more tall rather than wide, I guess. So I didn't end up using any of those. I do end up using one of these cute little chipboard words, which I'm really worried I'm going to hoard these too, because they're so stinking cute. And I was like, oh, I'm going to use some on this layout. And then I end up using one because they're so cute. I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste them. You guys like that? I feel like we're all partial hoarders when it comes to our scrapbooking. In every other facet of my life, I am not a hoarder. And I just purge everything. I never save anything. But then when it comes to scrapbooking supplies, I'm like, I have to keep this, because heaven forbid I run out of chipboard phrase stickers. I'm never going to be able to use all the stuff I get in a lifetime. So, I mean, just use it. Use your stuff. Don't be like me and hoard it forever. Just use it. So I've got everything pretty much placed how I like it. So I decided to start sticking everything down. I wanted I wanted everything to be kind of wonky. I didn't want it to be exactly straight. I didn't want the photo strip to be straight on those strips of paper. I ended up using my distressing tool and distressed the edges of the papers that are behind each of the photo strip. And I just wanted kind of that like haphazard look, I guess. I was talking to Mary recently, and we were talking about like, you know what, like, I don't know if any of you have applied for design teams, but a lot of times when they ask you to describe your style. And I hate that question. It's like my least favorite question because I don't know how to describe my style. And I joked with Mary, I'm like, describe my style would be like fear of white space. Because it's really hard for me to like leave anything like blank, I'm just not a minimalist scrapbooker. And so we just kind of like joked about that. And I was like, well, how do you describe your style? And she described her style as artistic. And I was like, well, that's good because she's artsy and she uses lots of mixed media techniques. And I think that, yes, her style is very artistic. I wouldn't describe my style as artistic because I don't like mixed media or anything messy. And so in my last design team application, I described my style as deliberate chaos because I do want my pages to look as crazy as they end up. I don't like white space. I like things to look kind of messy, but I have to have everything just so because I don't like machine stitching kind of stresses me out a little bit because you don't have as much control over it, and that's why I end up hand stitching a lot of stuff because you have more control over it. So yeah, I described my style as deliberate chaos, and I think I'm going to stick with it for a while as I apply for more and more design teams. So yeah, back to the layout now that I've gone off on some random tangent. Still just sticking things down, roughing up edges of papers. The papers I used, if you did not see, I used the number 11 Paige Evans. What's her newest collection? Crap. So this is why I shouldn't be on design teams because I don't remember the collections are called. Anyways, it's the Paige Evans collection. And then these two papers on the right-hand side are from the Maggie Holmes collection. And you can watch my unboxing video if you want to know exactly what the papers are called because I do list them in there. And as I'm putting everything on, I really like how it's looking, and I had really, really, really wanted to stamp on this layout because I was thinking that stamping would be really cool, and I hadn't done any stamping with this kit yet, and so I thought that I would add some. And then when it came down to it, I just didn't want to mess up my layout. I'm too much of a chicken. And I sent the layout to Mary, sent a picture. I was like, what do you think? She's like, add splatters. And I was like, don't joke. I'm just going to mess it up if I add splatters to it. I don't want to mess it up. I think it looks good. Let's not. There was no splatters had in this layout. I left it, once I glued everything down, I left it as is. I did, however, do some handwritten, well, it's not really journaling, but I filled out, there's a little card on the top left-hand corner, and you'll see it better in the close-ups, but it kind of lists, where we are and what we're doing. So you'll see that in a second. So here's some close-ups, and I hope you guys liked this, and I will see you soon for another scrapbook layout process video. Have a good day. Bye.